we must understand that when we enter a relationship with somebody, they have an idea of how they want to show love to you. And you have an idea of how you want love to be shown to you. And for some time, it might be two different ways.
Exactly.
So, but we have to be patient enough. And the question I have is to people is that, do you want to be loved or do you want to feel loved? A lot of people don't want to be loved. They want to feel loved.
You want to feel loved, yeah.
And if you want to feel loved, is when you start demanding, you must show love to me this way. Sometimes you have to be patient with the person you are in a relationship with.
This is what nobody's saying, powered by Faith African Studio. With me, I have my usual guests. First of all, let me just say, Segun, how are you doing?
Yeah, great to be here. Great to be here.
Segun, you are far away.
Yeah. I like the new setup, so it's nice to be here.
Okay.
Nice setup also.
Okay, well, I love you with me, but no worries. But the person beside me is always on point. Amaka, the only woman with me on point on this podcast. How are you doing?
Hi guys, I'm okay. I'm excited to be here as always.
Well, this is not a job this week. Hi. Let me you be the host now.
The fact that I'm at the middle giving me like
The host vibe.
like I'm the host kind of thing.
So, guys, the movie we want to review today is 365 Days Couple. Amazing movie, and it's all about love, reputation, and pressure of appearance. And I quickly want you to understand that every movie we do on this platform is singularly put together for people to enjoy and understand how movies relate to our realities of life. So, if you think you have an opinion for the next movie we need to shoot, please kindly drop it on our comment section. Segun, you saw the movie, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Let me start with the ladies. Ladies first. How was the movie?
The movie is about love, but it's more like it was giving us like this usual storyline vibe, but then there's a twist in the sense that there was more like acceptance. I wanted to accept me the way I am. And there's actually no betrayal. Yeah. Was there betrayal?
No, let's wait.
There was betrayal. Yeah.
There was a little bit of betrayal, but it's not that extreme. And then there's actually blackmail too in the movie. Sit tight.
There's a lot
there are a lot of things that you're going to learn. There are a lot of things that you're going to hear. Yeah. And make sure you watch the movie.
And that's why you call it What Nobody's Saying. Segun, how's the movie?
Amazing movie, as Amaka said. A lot of things in the movie. And I think I like the SANDRA. I think her name is SANDRA. That does the movie. So it's fantastic. The last movie we did, coincidentally, was black and white, which everywhere scatter. So it's nice that we are doing another movie that she made. Fantastic movie. A lot of things in the movie. Yeah. I like that movies are very, very realistic. It's what you can relate to. It's what is actually going on.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, it's a good movie.
Segun, from the prologue of the movie, the first thing we notice is the guy eating. Segun, I want to ask you, man to man, how many wrap of fufu can you eat?
On a normal day, I can eat 3.
Normal day?
I think normal day 3. Maybe if I've not eaten for a very long time, I can take 4.
4.
Yeah.
So, Amaka, I guess ladies don't eat that much fufu.
Nah, for that size of fufu, I can only eat 1.
Even the one will be God, I beg.
I can only eat 1.
Really? Because now let's not talk about public appearance in time of eating. You know, there's this cultural thing in Nigeria that you don't eat your native food
in public.
Take for example, that guy, they want to do a live show and he was eating 5 wraps of fufu. Should we say that guy did something wrong by eating the way he loved to eat at home, or he should have pretend? Should we call that pretense or just normal life? Yeah, Amaka.
So for that scene, I would say that he was just trying to be himself. Regardless of the situation and where he was at that point, he was just trying to be himself. He probably might not enjoy eating jollof rice. So maybe that food I ordered for maybe that's why he enjoys eating. And now you now want him to now start pretending outside. It doesn't look like somebody that does well with pretense.
But what about class? Class.
Yeah, maybe we can now say in class, yes. If you include class to it, there's the way you should like package yourself when you're outside and all those things. So
I'm waiting for Shegun's opinion. Shegun.
Yeah, so I don't think it's a matter of class or no class. You want to eat what you love to eat at any point of the day. Really, I feel it's a westernized and a whitish kind of idea to think that eating fufu out there is ras, because the Western, and funny enough, when you see other cultures like the Indians, they do a lot of eating with their hands and everything. So I feel it's just be yourself, as Samaka said.
Just be yourself.
Be yourself. Be yourself.
By what?
By being yourself. Do what you love to do. Don't come out. And you see some people will go to eatery, funny enough, and what is in their mind to eat is swallow.
Yeah.
But because they are forming, as the usually say, forming, you're not being your true self. I know, yes, which we are going to discuss in this movie as we go down. I know that you should be cultured.
yes.
Exactly.
You understand? You should be cultured. And being cultured simply means maybe in that situation, even though you're going to eat fufu, do eat 5.
You should just order for 2
maybe
now.
you should have just eating like 2 or 3. The goal in most times in eatery is not to get filled up. It's just to have something in your belly.
Yeah.
So I feel there are certain weights. And also, even if you want to eat 5, wait until after the shoot is gone, and then you can go to one corner, eat your 5. So those are the little nuances. But for eating fufu in public, I don't think is bad really.
Okay. All right. Let's now digress. I just start that so that people have this feeling that we sometimes talk about eating habits out there. But quickly, we want to talk about acceptance in relationship. Because in that movie, we noticed that relationship, the lady always wants a particular type of guys.
Yes.
And he categorically mentioned Michael B. Jordan. That type of good-looking guys, 3 six packs, and you know what ladies want, Amaka, 6-pack. So, because of pressure, she has to go to the village and do that. Acceptance in relationship, Shegun. I want to start from you. Is it that your partner must do the same thing you want, or you need someone that will complement you? That's the question now.
Okay, so it's a very, very tricky one in the sense of there's a very false idea of acceptance that we have in relationship. And the fact is, we go out there, get somebody that, okay, I love this person.
Yeah.
You ask the person out. Sometimes you even go further to marry the person.
Exactly.
And then when you now come in, you now try to change the person.
Oh.
You understand? You now say, I don't like what the person is doing. The original idea of acceptance is that the decision to even want to be in a relationship with the person, even want to be in a marriage with the person, is acceptance. Yeah, I know that you can't know the character of everybody at first glance, but it's a wrong idea to feel that after you've now married somebody, to now say, I don't like this. Didn't you see those things when you guys were dating? Because most times those things will show. For example, in this context now, she knows when she was going to the village to say, I want you to be my husband. She knows what she's getting with that guy.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not as if the accent and the local lifestyle started when he was in the relationship.
Yeah.
You knew if you're looking for your husband and you know that this husband will be someone that is presentable to the world, why are you going to look for someone that is local? And I expect that when he comes, he automatically changes. So I feel this is a common dynamic in relationship where people want people to change, where you should accept them for who they actually are, for good and for bad. So that I was thinking I'll stop the little Amaka say and then I continue.
Okay.
So let me continue from where he stopped. The acceptance. After you met somebody, I feel like after you meet somebody, you already see like the qualities you want. Because before you settle down with the person, you should have seen 1 or 2 things that you like about the person.
Okay.
So one thing is, when somebody meets you, the person should not always meet you at that same spot, in the sense that the acceptance is generally you accept the person, that this is the type of person you want to settle down with another. But then you don't expect somebody to remain the same. You're expected to change, in the sense that if you have bad habits, those type of things, you have bad habits, you are doing things wrong, it's expected of your partner to be able to correct you. In love.
Yeah.
To be able to correct you and try to contain your bad habits. That's on a different level. Then your partner should expect to also push you to greatness.
Yeah.
You're not expected to. The fact that I met you here does not mean I expect you to still be where you are.
Yeah.
It's necessary for you to grow, for you to change, for you to become a better person. So I feel like acceptance itself is more like you're accepting the person that, okay, I want to be with you. But then you're not expecting that the person remains the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I said there are two parts. There are two parts of acceptance, and you just mentioned the second part. In the sense of whenever you see a lady, for example, in my own perspective now, I put myself in a shoe of a guy going out. When you see somebody that you like, not just physical alone, because being physical is one of the starting points. You accept the person for looking a certain way, right?
Yes.
That's one thing. You accept the person. When you decide to enter a relationship with somebody, what that means is that it's expected that you already know about the person.
Yes.
That's why love at first sight doesn't really work, because you don't know the person, so you can't love the person. Because loving is knowing the person and knowing the person good and bad side. But now deciding to accept the person on the fact that the person has majority of what is good. But knowing that nobody is perfect and there are still some places that the person has to improve upon. Yeah. Now, the goal is when you now marry that person, let's say the person has 80% good, 20% bad. When you're in a relationship, it's not expected that the person also, judging that, say for that 20%, you have to accept me the way I am. Even you cannot accept yourself the way you are.
Exactly.
Nobody accepts somebody just the way they are. Like in terms of the bad aspect. As you said, you need to now get to a point where the person has to be conscious to know that, okay, these are the things that are not so, and then improve. But you've accepted the person by knowing that the person has that 20% that is not good, but I still desire to push through with the hope that the person will keep improving as we go. So I think that's the right balance. You must accept the person for the 80% that is good, that you like,
on it,
and also you have to work on 20%.
But is there something like unconditional acceptance? Because I've seen that play around in the reality in our world right now, saying that I love him for who he is. Is there not something like unconditional acceptance?
Unconditional acceptance would only enable the person.
Exactly.
It's more like you're enabling the person. You're accepting the person, right? Normal. But then you don't expect that the person just has to change regardless, like one way or the other. And moreover, we as human beings, we tend to evolve, we tend to change, what we do like 3 years ago is definitely not the same thing we do today. So we've evolved one way or the other. So it's not necessary that even in relationship, you need to evolve. You shouldn't. There's one, I think, was it last week or past week when we had the marriage shoots and all that. Yeah. So there's also I've forgotten what I want to say.
Okay.
Don't worry. So understand.
So I get what Amaka is saying. I think that's the fact in the sense of we've evolved. But in the part of the question also is about that there is unconditional love. But unconditional love doesn't mean unconditional. It doesn't mean unconditional tolerance.
Yes.
You get that I say I love you. Even God says I have unconditional love. Doesn't mean if you keep sinning, he will keep tolerating it.
Exactly.
So that's what people mistake. People believe that I say I love you means I'm willing to tolerate.
Accept you 100%.
100%. And it is a wicked thing to force somebody to accept you the way you are. Because you yourself, you won't accept anybody the way they are.
Exactly.
Even God doesn't accept you the way you are. At first, he brings you in with love, but it's expected by God also that you improve.
Yes, at least there should be.
He said, why we're sinners, Christ died for us, right? But he doesn't want you to remain a sinner.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So every relationship, I bring you in, I know these are your deficiencies, but for the relationship to last, you must not say, this is where I am, this is where I am. Accept me the way I am. You are being wicked. You need to.
Even those people that are telling you, accept me the way I am, they are very picky.
They are very picky.
Exactly.
They will not accept bad behavior.
So they're very picky. So I think we just our culture needs to understand the fact that there's a difference between unconditional love and unconditional love doesn't mean unconditional tolerance. I can love you unconditionally, but I can love you at a distance.
Exactly.
I feel I love this person so much, I can't do without this person. But the relationship is not, for example, now in relationship, it's not everybody you love that the relationship works out with them.
Yes.
Because some people are stuck in their ways. You can't just get them to change certain things. And if it's not working by you, I still love you, but from a distance, because I can't tolerate this attitude.
Yeah, that's true.
So I let me say the last thing. And one of the mistakes people make is that we don't have this view of where you're in a relationship with somebody or in a marriage with somebody and you start saying, you have to change this. You have to change this. People don't understand the relationship between love and criticism.
Exactly.
People believe, not just in relationship, in every area of life, people believe that the moment you start criticizing something, you don't love it, which is actually wrong.
It's actually wrong, yeah.
The more you love a thing, the more you criticize it.
Yes.
Because you want it to be better.
Yes.
And the more passionate you are in criticism, that's why, for example, you're in a relationship with a lady, this is the last thing I'll say, sorry, where you see that she's doing some things that doesn't make sense and wouldn't work well for her in the future. For example, speaking as a guy now, if I don't care about that lady and it's just to have a nice time, I won't correct.
Yes.
The fact that you see me correcting is because I see us together in the future. And that's why I'm correcting. By mere putting energy to correct,
that is something.
Means I love you.
Yeah.
The Bible also said this, either the Father loves, he chastises. It's time to know that it shows that God loves you is the degree to which he chastises you.
Exactly.
But people just believe, and I think it's our culture, just believe that so far you criticize something, you don't love it. You can't criticize and love. But meanwhile, the right idea is the more you love a thing, the more passionately you criticize it.
Exactly.
Because you want it better. So
all right. Now, quickly, I want us to go to the fake marriage of a thing.
Yeah.
Because is that not another form of prostitution whereby your attention is social status? Really? Because take, for example, if I'm paying someone, if a man is paying someone for something, they will say, that man is a dog or useless. But if a woman is doing the same thing, is that not another form of prostitution? Look at what happened to that lady now. Because you're a motivational speaker, you came out and say, okay, because people are saying that you are not doing what you are preaching, that the essence is that you have to have a spouse. Now, my question is, creating a fake husband or fake spouse, is it not another form of prostitution? Amaka?
For her, I feel like she was just letting what people say get to her. She's a relationship expert. And now she's saying that, okay, as a relationship expert, it's expected that I have a perfect relationship. I have a perfect relationship. I'm in a relationship. Everybody is saying that, okay, I'm a relationship expert. I'm also in a relationship. And I'm also married. You know, I think all those things get to her.
Exactly.
So there are some people that, you know, first thing, I think as an adult, the first thing you should learn is not letting what people say get to you. Because people will always talk. It's now you now saying, okay, what people are saying, that's what you're listening to. That's why you tend to always want to misbehave, always doing things that you naturally, you know that you will not do it. But because you know that people will talk, people are talking, they are saying I did this, they are saying I did that. And you now say, okay, let me now conform myself to what these people are saying. And it doesn't make sense. But
the part of prostitution here, because in Africa, anything you pay money for,
yeah.
I don't think that's
but for that, you know, prostitution is
sex is involved.
Yeah, sex has to be involved. Sex has to be involved with that equation.
More like you sleep with this person, you collect money.
Exactly.
You sleep with this person, they pay you. So that one is like prostitution.
So the dynamics
but
of
the fact that the both of them, they never had like any intimacy,
we can quite another name, but I don't think
another name.
You cannot say that she employed him to do a job.
Yeah, no, but the question why I put a form of prostitution that to the people outside, they see them as husband and wife, right?
Yes.
And something, but you know, in Nigeria, I have this. I want to digress. You know, in Nigeria, when you, as a social media, this thing, at one point, the movie did not even detail that the girl was so disciplined that he doesn't want anything from this guy. But there are some people that, even with that, they will tell you are going to do the manly duty, but yet it's still fake.
No, the problem is that I don't see any bad thing in that agreement. Funny enough, because every marriage is that agreement.
It's somewhat similar.
Kind of.
Every marriage is transactional. We are not in your heart to know if you truly love your husband or you truly love your wife.
Yeah.
You told us you love them. You told us this person you're in love with. We don't know. Funny enough, you might be getting married because of another reason.
Yeah.
You might be getting married because of money, and people do that. So for me, my question, the issue there is not that what they call it. It's not that they said they had an agreement. The issue is there that the lady, for example, has a track record of choosing badly.
Yes.
Yes. That's true.
And that's why I keep saying that do not overestimate your ability to choose right. People feel one of the things we make a mistake is you want to buy a house. You have an idea of what I want in my house, right? You do the research. This is what I want in my house. You are clear. But when it comes to you want to job, you know what you want. You are very clear about it. But when it comes to relationship, a lot of people, I can say 80% of people in Nigeria, because Nigeria is our context, you don't even have they know what they want, but what they want is not the right foundation to have in a particular. And that's why you see, in terms of, I want a guy that has beers. That's nice. I want a guy that is tall, dark, handsome. Nice. Not bad. But is that all you want? Because those things are nice. But those things do. Or a guy, I want a guy that has a very good shape. And that's why you see now, funny enough in our society today, because that's the demands we are placing. I watched a video where a popular lady was saying something that a lot of ladies now on social media, they have very good backside. People invest in buying clothes that show their shape. Where you see almost every video you see on Instagram or TikTok, there's a lady always turning her back. But the fact is that is there anything up there?
Nothing.
And you can't blame those ladies because the guys that are asking them are not placing premium on what's here.
What's here,
And it's not a surprise that WAEC people are failing. And we're all lying on computer glitches. Which is, there's a part that's computer glitch. But there's also a part that is not computer glitch. There's also the mental state of our youths. When every person goes to TikTok and the first thing you're going to show me is not what you're saying.
Is your breast, is your backside.
Your backside.
It's terrible.
You understand? So there is issues. So that's what
now, to buttress your point, Shegun, there is also nowadays because we noticed that in the early 2000s, the social media is not this big, but we realize that people already know Facebook. And in that time, when you want to learn something new about society, things that are going on, you go to Facebook and you see something educative.
Yeah.
But nowadays, in every social media platform, we have the balance of it. If you want educative, you say educative. And if you want nonsense, you say nonsense. My question is that even movies that are being shown today is really showing how Nigeria state is. Now, from this movie now, let's talk about appearance, social appearance. Now you're in a podcast. Everybody wants you to behave in a certain way. Don't you think that also have affected the way we reason too?
Yeah, so I think that's the downside of what we are doing in the sense of you can, with the lights, with the background, the mics and everything. If you're not careful, you can lose yourself in all of that.
Exactly.
And it's me, I have a popular phrase that I live by. It's a popular phrase I got from a American political commentator where he said, if the praises don't get to your head, the abuse will not get to your heart.
Exactly.
The moment you make the praises enter your head, the abuse will get to your heart. And once you allow the abuse to get to your heart, you start living for the details of strangers that you don't know. So your mood will not be dependent on who is commenting what.
Oh, yes,
at one point. So the best way is there are two things. As a content creator, as she was in that movie, two things as a content creator that you just hold on is be original and say your truth.
Exactly.
Say what you believe to be true.
Exactly.
Once you just have this, people might hate you, criticize you for it, but if it's what you believe that is true, say it. And the day you feel you have a superior knowledge, come out to say, guys, I saw it this way. Be yourself, be honest, be objective, and say your truth. People can comment what they want to comment.
Yeah.
It's your opinion.
The main thing the main metric is not who is commenting. The main metric is are they watching your videos? If they are watching your videos, the two major metrics are you giving quality? Are they watching your videos? If they are doing that, they can comment. People can tell you are the best thing after sliced bread. Good and fine. The same person can come tomorrow and say you are the worst thing. The way they can seek Messiah today, and tomorrow they will say crucify him.
Yeah.
People change. That's human beings.
Exactly.
Even Jesus said and he wasn't surprised because he understands man. That's human being for you. So I think that's the mistake she made. She let the praises get to her head and the abuse and insult. You can see every time, the abuse will definitely get to your heart. Don't take anything they have to offer.
Okay, quickly, this one will be to Amaka really, because when I saw the movie, when I was seeing the movie from the beginning, I realized that she started with some quotes, sweet words, and a lot of things. Now, Amaka, the pressure to get married, I know we have said it so many times on this podcast, but the pressure to get married is it mainly from the family or social media? Because I don't see reason why this young girl to want to get married because people are saying it. But my question is, do a lady, because she's a lady too, do pressure to get married happen when you watch other people get married? Or it is because I'm telling you so that you look at the lady's point of view.
Yeah.
Or is it because the lady want to get married? Or you feel that the pressure is from yourself within? What do you think about that?
For the lady, the pressure she was getting was from what people are saying. And also, I think a part of it also came from herself too. Why I said so was because we already established that she picks badly. She has like a lot of like bad relationships and all that. So I just feel like the fact that she's a relationship expert, she just wants it to just be like, I'm doing something right. These things I'm saying is something I'm working with and it's helping my relationship. My relationship is smooth. Of which everybody knows that there's no one perfect relationship. I think we have one way or the other, we have accepted it that there's no one perfect relationship. You see people come here and they post pictures of their partner and their self. They will show you the rosy ones. Nobody will come and show you they are breaking their heads behind closed doors. Nobody will do that. They will show you the ones that they want you to see. And so most people, they watch these things and they just yearn for it. They just have this yearning that, okay, I wish I am this person. I wish I have this certain thing at this point in time. But what may have come to realize is that there's nothing like marrying late. Anytime you get married, it is perfect. So far you are doing it with the right person. The only thing that would be an issue is if you are marrying the wrong person. Because just imagine you wait to your 40s to get married and you can't marry nonsense. You understand what I'm trying to do? So
Yeah.
Okay. Before we leave, I want you to add this to the question. Now, quickly, Segun, where is it that it's been written that for you to be a relationship expert, you have to be married?
Yeah, so I think that's what I was about to say, in the sense of there's this belief we have that if you're a relationship expert, that you should have a working relationship. Yes, there's truth in that because you have to live by what you preach. You understand? Your life has to show that. I get that. But relationship is such a funny part that sometimes the best people to even teach you about relationship are not those who have it successfully, are those who have failed many times at it. Because when you look at, go and check the best people that are giving us the best advice on relationships globally now.
They're not in relationships.
Most of them they're even in a relationship, they've had bad experiences because one thing about relationship is that until you enter one, there are certain lessons you cannot learn.
Yes.
Until you have a failed relationship, there are certain lessons you will not learn. That you can be hearing those lessons on TV and hearing on your YouTube and then on the likes, but it will not really mean much. For example, now, how do you teach a guy the consequences of choosing badly until he chooses badly and sees that I've chosen badly? Until he chooses badly, where we say, even God said sometimes there's certain pain is a very good teacher.
Exactly.
Let me give you a particular experience. There was something that happened in my life where I made a bad choice, not a bad relationship, but a bad choice. And at the moment when the Holy Spirit was telling me that, not bad choice with this. But I was like, it looks good. It looks nice. Everything is in synchronism and everything. And then when the thing hits me, where we say pain can't affect me based on the consequence of choosing that badly.
Exactly.
I can't ask God, say, God, why me? God can't reply. God can't reply to me, say, why not you?
Why not you?
And that, I will never forget that lesson because it came with pain.
Exactly.
So sometimes when you look at the likes of the Godmans, you understand, looking at even other people teaching us relationship talks, go and check their backstory. These things were presented to you based on their pain.
Exactly.
They learned the hard way. You understand? I know there's some people that like OKUNZUWAs that have, successful marriages.
They can't tell us that they don't have their pain.
But they have their own pains, but also they are learning from other people's pains to teach you something.
Exactly.
So in fact, there's certain things that we need pain for. I'm not saying you must go through that pain. But for example, a divorced person is a good person to also give you some relationship advice. If you think it's just successful, go and check people that have been divorced, that learn from their lesson. They can give you good
Good
advice because they know what they did that did not make it work.
Yeah.
So and one other thing again is that people believe that if you are single, you have no right to advise on relationship.
Barrier.
I don't think that's true because I believe that in as much as there's the practicality of a relationship, you having that experience, but I also believe that there is something that has to do with the wisdom of a relationship that might not necessarily come from being in a relationship.
Yeah.
For example, now the two people that gives us the most insights in the Bible and also generally because everybody takes idea from the Bible, you know, the two people that give us insights about physical marriage, how we should go about physical marriage.
They're not even married.
They were not married.
They're not married.
Apostle Paul and Jesus Christ, they were not married.
They were not married
Physically. So are you telling Apostle Paul, most of the things you will quote for marriage was mentioned by Apostle Paul.
Exactly.
Was he married? But there's something called the wisdom of marriage. What, that you might not have physically experienced. Now, talking about this lady about the pressure, I feel that I keep telling people this, that society did not design marriage.
Exactly.
Marriage was designed by God. This is it. This one not be preaching, no. Not just facts. Society did not design marriage. And so for you
in fact, your parents did not design marriage.
Yeah. And so for you to do marriage successfully, you need to understand the people that created this thing or the person that created this stuff, what was his idea? Marriage, I repeat, is not a societal affair. It's a spiritual affair. And the mistakes we've made.
There is an oath. For people that don't want to believe everything spiritual, there is an oath that you have to take to get into marriage.
It's a spiritual affair. Now, let me just put that way. I keep telling people that there are 3 ways your marriage can be. There are 3 options you have, right? Something just came to mind, which I will say. So there are 3 options you have in your marriage, right? The first one is your marriage can either be a spiritual affair as designed. That's the original design. Your marriage can be a societal affair, or your marriage can be a legal affair. These are the 3 things. So you choose. But when you make your marriage a societal affair, like what she was trying to do, you will now say that being married, having a husband is not even that you must love the person per se. An husband is for status. Perfect. An husband is like a trophy. It's a trophy that a woman has based on societal definition now, in which she can use it as a means of oppression for her fellow folks.
Or bragging rights.
And once that is your view of having a husband, sister, or you having a wife, brother, you've missed it. You will be frustrated. We don't care if you are married or not married. It's not our business, really. You get? Our own is that if you call us to come eat rice, we eat rice. I don't really care. I don't really care. But the advice I can tell you is that see it as a spiritual affair. And I think when you see that as a spiritual affair, you know that some of the things you take as, the wedding,
doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter like that. So then, sorry, something came to my mind.
Okay. Before you jump to something came to your mind, now I want us to now turn into discussion because I don't want us to now ask question because I want to now talk about this thing because it has been bothering me a lot of times. You see, any woman that you see, I end up saying, I'm getting married, check the motive behind it.
Exactly.
There's always 2 things or 3 things. Number 1 is for covering. I want someone to protect me, or I want somebody to use as a bragging right.
Yeah. Provide and bragging right.
Number 2 is that for security. Take for example, this ring that they say, I'm married. So most of them show it to others to let you know that I have secured one person.
I'm better than you.
I am better than you. That is what is going on here. I have secured him. I'm better than you. So whatever I do with him doesn't matter. But whatever I show you guys is the real deal.
Yeah.
Now the third thing is that they go into marriage, especially in Nigeria, they go into marriage with the ideology of movie fantasies.
Yeah, that's true.
And that is romanticism. Yeah. Everybody while watching the movie, I keep on saying romanticism always ends. I've said it, but this time I added 2 to it. Romanticism ends in infidelity. That's what I usually say.
Yeah.
But I tell you that romanticism ends in fairy tales. 1, romanticism ends in death. What makes romanticism more juicy is when the person dies.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand? Yeah. But the problem is that this fairy tale is not now. It's not passed to the next generation. Because I was seeing this movie with somebody I care about, and I said, you see now, and they live happily ever after. That is what is in your mind right now.
But that's not the reality.
But that is not the reality.
That's not the reality.
Because In that same movie, I noticed that there were problems.
There'll be fights.
They will fight.
She will still one day wake
They
up
will
and
fight.
tell you, I made you. You are nobody. You are a
You are
local
nobody.
boy. Fights go happen. And I like what you said. Let me not forget one of the things you said about romanticism. See, if you are the classic romantic lady, you are the easiest to manipulate.
Exactly.
I know what you want. I know what you want. I can write what you want. Now, instead of, I want a dark, bearded, tall guy. Nice. And the guy came to the lady. The guy presented himself in every possible way she wanted.
Exactly.
I keep saying this, Nigerian ladies, because I know I will come to guys. I know we're going to talk about the guy, but Nigerian ladies, when you say, I want an intentional man, and your definition of intentional man or intentionality is when a man does see it for the first day and tells you, I'm going to marry you. That is to be manipulated.
That is showing the Lulu.
That is love bombing. Right?
It's delusional.
We said it many times here. It's love bombing. If somebody comes to you and tells you for the first time,
I will marry you.
I'm going to marry you, there are two things. That the person doesn't understand what marriage is all about, or is very, very ignorant, or the person wants to manipulate you.
Yeah.
Even if I have the knowing that you're going to be my wife, I won't come and tell you.
Come out and tell you now.
Because I need to know you. And that's why you see people will now say, when I married him, he changed. No, he didn't change. You didn't know him in the first place.
Exactly.
You projected. That's what we call projection.
Projection, yeah.
You know, in psychology, that's what we call projection. In the sense of, they call it the animus and the animal. That's Carl Jung. In the sense of, as you are like this, and let's use ourselves as example now. The image of the lady I want to marry, her character, her personality, is not something that is out there. It's embedded in me. In the masculine besides the feminine.
Yeah.
I know how I want her to make me feel.
Exactly.
It's already, that means, so wherever I go, that image, that persona is already in me.
Exactly.
The same way for a lady, the kind of guy you want is already in you. So whenever you see somebody that does exhibits, maybe for example, now me, I feel like I want a girl that is chocolate in color.
Chocolate.
She has a very good shape. She has this kind of smile.
Like Coca-Cola.
Now, if that's what I have in my own animal, you understand? Or my animals, when I see a lady like that shows me one or two of those qualities, I don't know her deeply. I don't know how she behaves when she's angry. I don't know how cranky she can be when she's on her period. I don't know a lot of things about her. I don't know her family background. I don't know if her mother slaps her father. I don't know anything.
You don't even know nada.
I just say, wow. Fell in love at first sight. What you are doing is projection. You projected what is inside you onto the person. But the issue of projection, I said something, projection and pedestals are very dangerous places because when you now begin to know the person, you now say that, this person self, they mess.
Exactly.
Maybe she's someone that she does the mess anyhow. Look at a little to the call the vex, you say. Call the vex, you say. You keep now, it's not as if you have kept her high. She can't come down, I call the source. This is the one who I thought. No. You didn't know the person. Now you're knowing the person. You get what I'm trying to say? Now you're knowing the person. The person you thought you knew was just a projection. And people, that's why Michael B. Jordan, I want to get like Michael B. Jordan. Do you know how Michael B. Jordan lives his life? That's why I'd be surprised that some people will tell you that do not meet your heroes or do not meet people that you love, that are celebrities. Because sometimes when you meet them, you'll be disappointed. Because it's all people that are watching us and say, I like this guy's podcast, I like them. It's all projection. You don't know me. I won't come and show my bad character here. When you can't live with me, now there you go know who I be. So people have this projection. Lies. That's why I said that when people enter a relationship, after like 6 months, you got to say, I'm not doing again. This person himself has changed. They didn't change. You didn't know them. You didn't just know them.
Shegu, as you have said, that is fantastic. But we need to talk about the enabler, the guy. You know, if something is happening somewhere, there's somebody that is enabling these people to behave this way. Now, take for example, for fairy tales, the most enabler, people that enable fairy tales are movie makers, producers. Yeah. These are enablers. Now, let's talk about the guys, because you can't tell me that this girl just pick wrong guys alone. Guys, the way they behave also in this era or former era, any era, is bad. Really. Let's talk about this guy coming from the village, telling you that this is a fake marriage, and you still misbehaving or showing your villageness, if there's any word like that, showing your local lifestyle. Why don't you call this guy and say, okay, in this 1 year, what do you think I should do? How should I do it? Eshegun, let me just ask this real quick.
Yeah, so it's a job.
It's
a job. And when you want to get a job, that you do interview.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my duty to become what you want me to become. The goal of an interview is to select who you want for what you want to do.
Okay.
You see me. I said we still come back to she chooses badly, and for a relationship coach to choose that badly really sees that, man, it's really terrible. And it's a movie, but it's really terrible.
It's terrible, yeah.
And the fact that this guy, you know what to get from this guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know this guy has an accent. You know this guy is a village guy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, when he came to your house, it took him 2 bags of yam when he was coming. This guy is a local guy. So you can't decide. You now decide what you want this guy to do for you. You know, the fact is, she does saw the guy as an handsome guy.
Beard and fair.
Picked him. But you know that you don't just want a dumb and dunce and dumb, or what they call it. Deaf and dumb. You want someone that will actually speak as your husband.
Mm-hmm.
I know the fact she said she wanted a village person, but in that village, there are also handsome guys that can also do the job. Why that guy? When you know the guy's tone and everything. So for me, she didn't choose rightly. You understand? And also when you choose wrongly, you can tell the guy that come, dress well. So the fact is that she herself, all the things she was not doing at the end is what she could have done.
From the beginning.
Dress well,
yes.
Go to school. You tell like my husband was on for a year. You understand? So that I can even take you to events and everything. You can't imagine you brought someone from the village to come and become your husband. And why the person is with you, the person is still going to work concrete job.
Exactly.
That's how people will see the person. So the fact is that she's not really that it. You understand? I feel that's why we had it. So the guy is not an enabler. Poverty. Somebody gives you 10 million naira in a year.
So you're going to say poverty is the enablement.
A poor man see 10 million a year.
For him, in the movie, you could see that he's actually a hardworking person.
Very hardworking.
Regardless of anything. And he even accepting to be a fake husband. We could see that it's really not even about the money.
His brother, he needed the money because his brother was sick.
He needed the money also because his uncle was sick. But then he himself, his own reason why he accepted was because he already likes the girl.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's already in love with the girl. You could see that there was a backstory that when he was younger,
What is that really, Amaka?
But then she did not actually try. Because for you to say you want a fake husband, you already have an idea of how you want this person to behave.
Exactly.
So even if this person is not behaving how you want it, it's something that you can teach the person.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting that immediately they got to the house.
The
next thing is that they will brush him up. They'll tell him what to say at every single time, how to comport himself. That's what I was expected. But you just bringing somebody from a village that probably has not even stayed in the city all his life. And then you just come and you expect him to just come to the city and just act like city people. No, doesn't make sense.
But do you think that guy is doing it on purpose? Because I thought
it's not on purpose. That's his kind of person.
That's how he is.
You've not seen people.
You will see that he doesn't even like pretending.
He's not someone that likes pretending. He doesn't believe in his fake life. So you have to accept him for the way you have decided to choose him.
But with the level of insults written upon that guy, really
so that's the fact. Now that's what I'm.
No, because that is what I'm looking at. I'm going to let you guys jump on this. But yes, you want to be real. You are not fake. You love this girl, obviously. But with the level of words, not only from our assistant, which is our cousin.
Yeah, our cousin.
Look at it. With all these things, you have the right to just man up and say, "Woman, you can't talk to me this way." Do you think the guy handled that situation the best way he can? Or that's the best way he can handle it?
I think it's a village guy.
So a village guy doesn't have to.
No, it's a village guy. It's a poor guy. And
so being poor means that you have to suspend your brain.
No, it's not about suspending the brain. This is about self-image.
Yes.
It's about self-dignity. It's about self-importance.
So he has low self-esteem.
Yeah, he has low self-esteem. And his low self-esteem actually ended up showing that for him to accept that lady back and not love her, as a man, you have to have self-respect, man. And I think also another thing about that incident is it's a movie.
It's a movie.
The educational gap is too much that a relationship like that will not work if the woman is that high and the guy is low.
Exactly.
There are ladies that, as a guy, the ladies you say and you like, and say, I like this.
You know your level.
But I know my level. I know my level. It cannot work.
Exactly.
Even if what do you call it? Except if my level is going to triple and double to overseed our level. It will not work. And I think it's delusion. It's delulu for a guy to think it's going to work.
But there's level of ego a man we have. Because men have ego.
Exactly now. So
for you to face that nonsense for going to 6 months.
It's a weak man. It's not a real man.
You can't
you can't
say he's a weak man.
He's a weak man.
For him, I would say that. For him, I would say that he has like a soft spot for her. Because when when watching the movie, I could see that when the cousin or the assistant was talking to him, he changed it for her immediately. Did you see that?
Yeah, we noticed
he
that.
He changed it for her immediately.
And he wasn't weak in that moment.
He changed it. Don't try this thing again. But it's more like she's just the only person that can talk to him, and he does not just say anything about
it. You said it in marriage. Because I noticed this in marriage. I start to be corrected. Most people in marriage, especially men, the way their wives talk to them.
It's not even.
I think it's the men that accept it.
It's not men.
Even men talking to women.
Even men talk to the wife. Sometimes it's
people that accept it. I feel, and sometimes because of familiarity, that's why it happens like that in marriage. But maybe we are different, and the way that guy now, the way he wants to accept him, that I love a girl so much. Doesn't mean I will suspend my thinking, or doesn't mean I will treat with my dignity.
Exact integrity.
There are certain things you
do. Full of integrity and everything, but yet
some people are like that.
And I think they should change. It shouldn't be like that. I think no.
No matter what the person does, they will just accept the person. They will stay like that.
That is prison on earth.
That's what we said earlier. In terms of unconditional love is not unconditional tolerance.
Exactly.
I won't tolerate rubbish. I keep saying it, so I won't tolerate rubbish.
Because Mechego and Namaka, you know why? When I'm seeing that movie, there are some things I can't really say here, because people will say this guy is a narcissist. But I'm looking at this from this angle. You are earning 30,000 a month, right? And somebody said 5 million, and she just paid your this thing, and you went for all that, and you are still doing all these things, and yet you are cooking for this lady. This lady will come back at night, sneak into your kitchen, eat your food.
Food. She get it. Now you cook them. Now food. So
now, after you have said you will never, over your dead body, eat that same food.
Yes, nothing.
Why is it that in our era, in this era like this, people believe that the moment I have misbehaved, if I can just throw few gifts to you, I am exonerated.
So that's the issue now, in the sense of, first of all,
the whole insult.
Another way of looking at the guy is that he actually wanted the money. I know that's not the way he's looking at it. He actually loved the lady. But another way to look at it, if it happens in real life again, is the fact that maybe he's just there for the money, and he need to take every resort so that he just gets the money.
Exactly.
He just say, 365 days, take my decision and leave. That's another way. But the fact is, what you said about insult, I keep saying it many times, that I am sorry is not a cure for disrespect.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's not. It doesn't even. I'm sorry. Yes, you are sorry. Fine, but that relationship will not exist.
And that's what people don't want to know.
People just need to understand that not everybody can be in your life.
Exactly.
If I'm saying not everybody can be in your life, and you shouldn't want everybody to be in your life. There's people that their bad character will not even make them to be in your life. I keep saying that there's two types of relationships. Sorry, let me just say two types of relationships. The Bible made us understand that two types of relationships you enter in this thing. First of all, the Bible says in the book in the Garden of Eden that there were two trees, right?
Yeah.
There's one that there was one that was pleasant to the eyes, good for food, but when you eat it, you get life. That's the tree of life, Abi. There's another one that was pleasant to the eyes, good for food, but when you eat it, you get wisdom.
Yes.
Right? You'll be wise. Now, that's two type of people you meet in your journey in relationship. The first people are people that when you meet them, they are pleasant to the eyes, you like them. They are good for food. That means physically they are pleasant to the eyes. Good for food means they have good character. And when you meet them, they give you life. Other people that you meet, they can be pleasant to the eyes. Some might even have a little bit of good character. That's a little bit good for food, attractive, depending on how you want to see it. But some people don't give you life. They teach you lessons. You become wise. Exactly. So just know that if you don't misbehave, you've taught me a lesson. Discard. So, but I feel him, that relationship will not work in real life. It cannot work in real life.
It cannot.
Because she's somebody that, let me say the last thing so you can continue. Okay. She's somebody that when she's angry, she says anything out. And
that's the point.
Anger will... Movie can only go on for 3 hours.
That's it, man.
Life goes on for years.
So because I told somebody did me a lot of harm, and I told the person I don't want the person around me, and the other person was like, you can't be saying that. I said that's the real thing.
Yeah.
Because you need people to live with the consequence
Of their
actions.
Yeah.
Because we are not holding each and every one of us, each other
accountable.
Accountable. Yeah. That's the problem. That movie, it came back too early. You know, it was going to the end. It came back too early. The lady did not struggle. The lady was...
She did not even apologize.
She didn't get dignity. She didn't beg him. She didn't say, I'm sorry, please, can you come?
She
didn't even travel.
No, she apologized. She hugged.
No, when he already come now.
What type of...
Is it not when he got there that at least they would have just allowed that, let her reach out to him by herself, pick up the phone, call. You already know that, okay, I'm going to go.
He knows what he wants.
The assistant already came to apologize.
Yeah.
You already know that, yes, I'm going to go and meet you, but just wait a little. Let her at least pick up the phone. Let you just know that whatever this person is saying, I've been able to confirm.
Exactly.
And funny enough, when I was watching the movie, I wrote something she said that struck me. She said, local smelling guy. They said, God forbid, troublemaker. They said, that guy is not my level. See, second chance is nice.
It's a meat.
But many times, second chance is a myth.
It's a meat.
You know, it depends on, there are people that will give you second chances. There are people that don't really have, like me, I don't really have much of second chance. I keep saying this. I'm not being wicked. But I'm saying is so that when you now come my circle, you should know that there's something you should do that I'll just say, I beg, no normal thing. But when you insult the person out of anger, that's why I keep saying that I like people that are honest when they're angry, because you are very honest when you're angry, because it's what is in you that you just said.
Yes.
So when you say when it's you, I don't need to say, it's a mistake. It's not a mistake. You said what you actually thought. And she said a lot of things. Local smelling guy, get out from here. So why am I not attracted to you when your nudes have been exposed? Am I like a second or a plan B or a reserve guy or this thing? So when people forget about your nudes, will you leave me? You know, see, the reality is, it will not work.
It won't work. Okay.
As a relationship expert, I think she herself, she's not as good as she.
Maybe she go to sell carpet, or maybe she go to sell rug.
There's something she did in that movie that even me that is not a relationship expert, I was looking at it and I'm like, babe, you dumb, man.
Yeah, no.
You dumb. Because I've got it to, there's something I do. If a person walks up to me, we exchange contact, we get talking, and you're saying that, okay, this person wants to be in your life, and you ask me some questions, I will not give you the answer to them, because I know if I give you the answer to them, you're going to project.
Exactly.
It's more like you telling me, what type of man do
you want? What type of man do you want?
I will tell you once I see it. I will know. I don't need to tell you. If you are the person, once I see it, I will know that yes, this is what I want.
Exactly.
But then you're not asking me. Why are you asking me?
Because
you want to project.
They want to manipulate.
You want to start acting like that so that you quickly know now.
And the dynamics of relationship, because I was seeing the video, send the video to a group that we are in, and I saw that video, how the man was saying, I was not into my wife, I was not this, and I was far away, I have to call somebody.
We do actually need that info, but I'm telling the man, we didn't actually need that info.
We don't need that info. I was doing this, I was doing that. Then I called her mentor. They now said, I'm sorry to me. So she now brought she rented an hotel. She put flower everywhere. I'm asking myself,
I remember that video.
What is wrong with this man? Very important man. Good at what he did, but in relationship talk, he's pure. That's why I'm saying that if you are using movie, a religious book to determine your some religious book to determine your relationship status or to determine how you need to live your life. Sorry, guys, I'm excited to read to know how your relationship is. They're in trouble. Imagine two couples seeing the movie and they're saying, "You have not done this to me before." My question is,
it's not under my duty to do it.
It's not my duty. The only way I will feel romantic is when you put flower from the gate to the house. What is wrong with you?
I don't know if I can say something about this. I feel when I watch the movie, this thing you said came to my mind in a sense of we must understand that when we enter a relationship with somebody, they have an idea of how they want to show love to you. And you have an idea of how you want love to be shown to you. And for some time, it might be two different ways.
Exactly.
So, but we have to be patient enough. And the question I have is to people is that, do you want to be loved or do you want to feel loved? A lot of people don't want to be loved. They want to feel loved.
You want to feel loved, yeah.
And if you want to feel love, is when you start demanding, you must show love to me this way. Sometimes you have to be patient with the person you are in a relationship with.